Hi, Facebook. Hi, YouTube. Say hi if you're coming on. Say hi. Comment hashtag replay if you're watching the replay so I can see how many people watch it after I post it. All right. All righty. Let's get this thing going. Okay, there's the Cash App. Okay. All right, guys. There's the Cash App. Then here's the Amazon wish list. Okay. So I'm making meat over potatoes. Okay. Meat over potatoes. Okay. So I need some paprika. Okay. Some paprika. I need the salt and pepper. That's about it. But I think I may season the ground beef a little more. Now it says I cut up already 3 potatoes. Well, I actually did a fourth one because I thought I needed a little more. So I did 4 potatoes. They were big. Um, and you fill your pan up with enough oil to put the potatoes in. Let it get real hot. And it's supposed to be on medium. It's supposed to be on medium. Okay? On medium. But the oil is kind of bubbling, but it's not going real fast. So I am going to put it on 6. See if I can pick it up. And you want to cook the potatoes until they're nice and brown. Okay, once they get brown, we're going to add the seasoning right on the potatoes and the oil. Mix it up, and then once that's done, then we're going to I'm going to scoop out the potatoes with this. Okay, and put them in a casserole dish. Okay. My casserole dish is over here. Okay. Casserole dish is right here. Okay. The only thing is, this pan that I'm using is the big pan that I want to cook the ground beef in, but I can't because the oil's in there and I can't just take the oil out because the oil is going to be real hot, So, I may get another pot thing to pour the oil in and then just go right there with the ground beef. Okay. Okay, I'm going to go to 7 because it's not going really. Okay, so let's check on this video.
1 tablespoon of salt, a little black pepper, 1 spoonful of paprika, and then just stir really well until the potatoes are seasoned with that paprika. Potatoes have reached a nice. Please remember to fry over medium heat and make sure that oil is hot. So you're just going to carefully arrange the potatoes and fry. Now, once the potatoes have reached a nice golden color, we're going to season them. So add 1 tablespoon of salt, a little black pepper, 1 spoonful of paprika, and then just stir really well until the potatoes are seasoned with that paprika. Now we're just going to turn off the heat and add the potatoes to a larger bowl. You can see how colorful and seasoned it looks. I love these potatoes so much. This is a great recipe. So just set those aside. Now next we're going to add 700 grams of meat to a pan that is already filled with a little oil or butter bowl. You can see full of paprika. Potatoes have reached a nice golden.
Okay. So I'm waiting for them to reach nice golden brown. Okay, let me move this. Now, I was going to wait for the potatoes, because according to the recipe, they did the ground beef after the potatoes were done. Because I don't know how long the potatoes take. But I'm going to use, I know what pan I'm going to try to use, see if that helps. It says 1 onion. I have 2 onions that I have not cut up yet, but I do have some frozen onions, so I'll cut up the other onion tomorrow. So I got this. Okay. And it says half a green pepper and half a red pepper. Okay, so that's 1 pepper. So if you'd rather use all red, 1 all red or 1 all green or 1 all orange, whatever you want. This is orange, red, and yellow. Okay, because I don't like green anyway. I don't have green. Okay? But it shows putting the onion and the pepper in there after the ground beef is cooked. But I'm gonna put it in when it's almost done. Not completely done. Okay? So I'm just waiting on the potatoes. Now let me get up here and see if I can see when it
Color, we're going to season them.
how
So
much
add
the
1
onion
tablespoon of salt,
oven needs to be on so I can preheat the oven.
1 spoonful of paprika, and then just stir really well until the potatoes are. It is hot. So you're just going to carefully arrange the potatoes.
Oh, it did say
fry. Now, once the potatoes have reached
I do remember it did say, because this recipe because I had found some recipes that I had made before that are like 300 grams of this, 300 grams of that. I'm like, 300 grams? I hate when recipes do that. But it did say 320, which is kind of weird. 320 said 320 degrees. For 20 minutes. The cheese we're going to put on top, they want that to get hot. So I'm going to put it at the little tiny line that's in between the big lines at 300 and 350, which should be about 325. Okay. That'll probably be way heated before I put it in the oven. So, alrighty, so I'm just trying to move these around and hope they brown a little faster because it's hot oil. So, and then once it's done, it's like it said 1 tablespoon of salt, some pepper, and some paprika. It just did a spoonful of paprika and a spoonful of pepper, but it didn't say exactly. I guess I'm just going to put 1 tablespoon of salt, and then I'm going to grind the pepper, and then I'm going to put about 1 tablespoon of the paprika. Okay? That's about what I'm going to do. Oh, I thought somebody came in there. Okay, so I've been making a lot of stuff on the stove. I haven't made much casserole, so in a while. So, oh, the hubby's home, guys. Guys,
Who's hungry?
I don't know why I said the hubby home. Then I waved like that. I don't know. But these potatoes, they just taking forever. It says in the video, it says on medium. Keep it on medium. Make sure the oil is really hot before you put the potatoes in, really hot. But when I went like this, you know how you do this with water? The oil was popping. So I was like, the oil's ready. So I put the potatoes in, but they didn't seem to be getting anywhere. So I put it on 6 and then it didn't seem to be. So now it's on 7. So if it gets to be too much, I'll turn it down, but. So we're just waiting for the potatoes. Now, I was going to do this for the ground beef, and it said add a little butter or oil. I don't know why they always say that. They say add a little butter or oil when ground beef already makes its own. Okay? So I don't know. But I don't usually listen to that, but this time I'm just going to put like very little. I didn't put that hardly that much. Okay? So I'm going to put it on 8, which is medium high, which that's what I always cook the ground beef on. Okay? Even though the recipe shows the ground beef being cooked, you know, in a separate pan, but after the potatoes are done, but no. I ain't got all day. Okay, so let's get this done. Oh, let me get the spoon so I can stir the meat. You can put whatever you want on TV, just keep it low. Okay, guys, spoon. Ooh, not over there. Oh, here it is. Okay, just putting this away. I'll get the rest of the stuff in a little while. So what do I do with it? Oh, here it is. So let me break it up. Got a tad bit of a frozen part in the middle, just a tad bit. I should get my meat smasher, but I don't know. I just haven't used it that much, but I got that meat smasher. Okay, let's see. Anybody on YouTube? Nope. Anybody on Facebook? Nope. Not yet. Alrighty. Okay, when this is about half to 3/4 of the way cooked, I'll add the onions and the peppers, bell peppers, even though it shows when it's completely done, but I don't want to overcook the meat. Just smashing it with the spoon. You know, ground beef cooks pretty fast. I figured it cooks faster when you stir it up. It'll cook a lot faster once the pan really heats up. It's just getting to its heating point. It's almost there. Okay. Okay, so this I've been using to move around the potatoes, and it's what I'm going to use to scoop them out. I see some edges on a few potatoes getting brown. Just a tiny part of an edge. Just a tiny part. So it's getting there. So they should be getting there. Some of them are getting soft, so I gotta be careful. They're soft, I'm just waiting for them to get brown. So I'm gonna turn it down from 7 to 6. Okay. Just have me a root beer. I'm thirsty. So when I pull out the onion, when I pull out the bell peppers, I'm just gonna estimate what one is. Since half of green and half of red is one. But I don't like the green, so and it did not say to spray the pan, but I'm going to spray the casserole pan anyways. Just in case, but it didn't say to, and it didn't show the lady in the video doing it. It just showed her taking the potatoes from there to there. So I'm gonna spray the casserole dish anyways to be just on the safe side, just in case. You know, because I don't want nothing sticking. You know, so. So it's getting there. Some of them are starting to brown up. So it should just be a little bit more longer. And then when I'm done with the potatoes, I'm just going to let the pan sit there, you know, while I finish dinner and while I eat dinner. So by the time dinner is over and we're done eating and everything, the oil will have cooled way down and we can dump it into a plastic bag. Okay? So let's stir up the. I just keep stirring and breaking up the ground beef. Like y'all probably all know how to cook ground beef. Okay. See, it's already halfway there. Getting there. A lot of, well, not quite halfway, almost halfway. Just cook it for a little bit more, and then I'm gonna add the onions and the bell peppers. And it says when it's done to season it, but I think I should season it now. You know, sometimes you season your ground beef right when you put it in, you break it up, and then you season it. So I'm gonna do that. It said a tablespoon. So I'm just going to oops. That was a little much. Okay. So that's it. I'm gonna save this spoon for the tablespoon of salt that I put on the potatoes. Okay, I'm gonna just okay, so let me stir this up. And it said some paprika too in the ground beef. So when it's done, I'll taste it. Make sure it tastes okay. Okay. Now let's get this. Like, these are really like frozen. Ice more like, so I'm just gonna dump these. And I do have 2 more fresh onions to cut, so I'll do that tomorrow. So let's get some bell peppers. A few more. Oops. Maybe that's a little too much. Okay, well, these are icy too, so I have another big bag in there. Okay. So let's stir that up. Mix the onions and the bell peppers. Not many onions. I didn't put as. I don't think that was 1 onion, so because we don't. I don't mind onions mixed in, but my husband doesn't like it too much. So I don't put as much as it calls for. Like if it says 2 onions, I may put 1. If it says 1 onion, I may put half an onion. You know what I mean. Dim it down. Okay, it's almost done. Get one of these. Some grease and some grease right here.
Oh,
So let me
something like that.
mix this up and see what we got. So breaking up that some of them are soft.
Hey.
Okay, now it says to put the seasoning in the
Oh, yeah.
pan with the pan with the vegetable oil, but
No.
I mean with the oil, whatever kind of oil it is. But
Thank you.
I am thinking of, let me spray this. I am thinking of scooping out the potatoes and then seasoning them and then stirring them, not in the oil. Why? Because
Oh, yeah.
it just
Yeah.
seems like wouldn't all the seasoning be mixed into the oil?
Yeah.
That's what it seems like to me. Like all the seasoning would get mixed in the oil and you wouldn't taste it on the potatoes. So I'm gonna do it that way. Okay? So let's see. See, some of them are all broken up. Let me shake it because they're getting real soft. So I need to get them out. And some of them are brown, but the ones on top weren't getting. That's getting too hard. Let me turn it off. Let me bring this over here so it could be closer to the pan because I can't. Pan didn't have nowhere to sit over there. Shake it. See, shake it. Get all that oil. Okay. It showed the potatoes filled up the whole pan almost to the top. But I don't know. It was more potatoes when you cut it. It looked like more potatoes than it was. But it said 3 potatoes, so. Put that right there. And let's spread this around. Okay. Now I'll do the seasoning. Okay, so it said a tablespoon of salt. Oops, a little extra came out, but it was on in the sink. Okay. Just put a little extra. Okay. So that's that. All right, let's do some pepper. Okay. So that's taken care of. All right, so let's get some paprika in here. Okay, so I'm gonna use this spoon to stir it. Okay. All right, spread the potatoes out. Okay. Okay, that's okay. All right. I should have used the spoon with the holes in it, but I didn't. Let me see. Okay, that's done. I'm going to use this, see if I can do this, instead of draining it. Okay. I'm trying to get it out. There's not a lot like it showed in the, it said 1 to 1.5 pounds, or something like that. It showed more in the, okay. All right, guys, I'm just rinsing some stuff. Just hold on. Okay. All right, just put. Oh, I forgot to turn it off. I'm waiting for some of the red to go away. All right, it's still hot.
Always work.
But I'll let everything cool down. Okay. So it was paprika that I used.
Around like,
Okay, and I used salt and pepper.
well, I got around like 100.
And I put one onion and half a green. Well, it said half a green and half a red. But I didn't use green. I used red, orange, yellow, whatever I had mixed in the bag frozen. Okay.
I wanted to see about going to work because today's the last day they're doing that.
Okay, so. Mozzarella. I forgot how much it said. I'm not going to play the video right now. But it covers the top, so that's what we're going to do. Okay? It didn't look like it made as much as it. And some of the potatoes got smushy in the oil. But
What did you put on the beef?
it's salt and pepper and paprika.
It must just be the onions and stuff I taste. It's good.
But it
What's
didn't-
at the bottom?
potatoes, but they were cut in slices and they were fried in the oil. But they got more mushy before they were supposed to get brown, but they got more mushy before they got brown. So I don't know, but we'll see how this turns out, guys. Okay, and the lady did say 320 degrees. Now, I don't know if she meant, I'm guessing she meant Fahrenheit. But usually things are like at 350.
Yeah. No. Hi.
So I'm just topping it with mozzarella cheese. I mean, I guess you could use something else, but another white cheese. And if you wanted to use yellow cheese, I guess it would work too. But some recipes just, like if they put white cheese on there, yellow cheese wouldn't. I mean, any kind of white cheese would work, but yellow cheese just wouldn't make sense. You know what I mean? So that's why I say you can use another cheese, but keep it white. Unless you want to use yellow cheese, I mean, it's all up to you. Like, I mean, what can I say? You can try.
Come on, Brownie. Come on. Come on.
You heard that too, though, right?
Just cough it out.
Just a little bit more. Just trying to cover everything. Okay, that's it. Some of it came out in chunks, so I had to just break it up. Okay. All right. So I roll this up first. See, I roll it up just so it could get all the air out before I close it. Now it said 320. I think I should 325. I'm just gonna go to 350. Okay. And it says 20 minutes. But since I went, I'm just gonna rinse my hands. I got some cheese underneath the nail. But since I went to 350, you can keep, she said 320, but you can try 320. I went to 350, but since I went to 350, I'm going to take and check it at 15 minutes instead of 20 minutes. And if it needs the extra 5 minutes, so be it. But that's just to get the cheese all browned up because the potatoes and the meat should be pretty warm already. Okay? So, let's get this in there. Because the bottom of this is already hot from the potatoes and the meat. So the bottom of the pan's already hot because of the potatoes sitting in there. So I was like, what is this smoke coming across here? And then I forgot that I have a thing that goes off every few minutes or every so often. Smelly thing. All right, so let's do 15 minutes.
Why? That guy could have been going through the windshield.
Where's the broom? No. All right, let's see if anybody came on Facebook. Hi, Monica. I hope you're still on here. It looks like one person is. I hope it's you. Sorry, I didn't notice. I was so busy doing my thing over there. So how are you doing, Monica? How's your day going? How's your evening going? Are you making dinner tonight? If so, what are you making? I'm making meat over potatoes. That's what it's called. Now, I don't think I've ever said to you guys, I've made something and I don't think I'd make it again. It wasn't really all that. I've not said that, but it could happen. You never know because not everything's perfect. And it's a lot of recipes. Some of the recipes I've made before, so I know how they taste. But some recipes, if I've never tried it again, if I've never tried it before, I don't know if, it might be something that I don't like. Well, there is one that I may not make again, chicken spaghetti. The recipe that I use, I will not make it again because it was too much cheese. I could lower the cheese, but it was a whole block of cheese in there, but I don't really want to use it again. My son has another recipe he knows about for chicken spaghetti that has less cheese and other stuff more. So I'm going to try that recipe the next time I want to make it. So I will make chicken spaghetti again, just not use that recipe that I used when I made a video. That was a while ago. That was probably November or December. I don't remember, but it was a while ago.
No.
Oh, taco salad for Taco Tuesday. Taco salad sounds really good. Yes, it does. I used to do something geared towards making tacos every Tuesday. It was my Taco Tuesday recipes. It didn't have to be tacos itself. It could be taco salad. I had a Doritos taco casserole. Other things that go along with that are related to tacos. But then I started seeing a lot of recipes, other recipes with ground beef. And I'm like, I'll never get to make these because I only cook on Tuesdays and Fridays. And Fridays, I make chicken because I don't want to have too much ground beef. So I would have to make that meal in between. So I was like, nah. Instead of doing Taco Tuesday every single Tuesday, I'll just make it ground beef. So I'll just do something ground beef, So that's what I decided. I'll still do Taco Tuesday sometimes, but not every Tuesday. Now, once I start getting paid by Facebook or getting, more stars or more donations to my Cash App or whatever and getting more money, then, I can buy more food and then I can go back to what I used to do when I used to cook every other day. Like I would cook Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays and Sunday. And then the next week would be, since it was Sunday, it would be Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. So 1 week would be Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. And then the next week would be like Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. So, like that. And it was a consistent thing. And then food just kept getting more expensive. I kept overspending and I kept just too much. It was getting too much. So I had to go down to two days a week for cooking. So I use Doritos. I don't like corn. My husband likes corn chips. I don't. Plus, if I'm making a taco salad, the Doritos just lay more flatter. I just like them better. It's better in a taco salad, anyways. And you can use the blue. Do you use the red bag or the blue bag? Because I use the red bag. Usually the red bag just seems better when it comes to using them. I don't know why. I don't like corn chips. I made a dip. It was called, the red bag. It was called Summer Dip something. It was called Summer Dip something. It was a dip that was made with things making summer color. Like I used, it was mayonnaise, but it was a cup of mayonnaise, but I used half Hellman's and half Miracle Whip. And I put a spoonful of sour cream. It made it better. And it was like corn, bell peppers, red and yellow or whatever color you want to use. Let's see what else. I think that was it. I added Rotel, and I added a can of black beans, even those aren't summer colors. And I added shredded chicken. And I mixed it all up. And then it said, when you're ready to serve, top it with Fritos and stir it up. Top it with Fritos and stir it up. But I didn't like Fritos, so I never topped it with Fritos. We just took tortilla chips. Well, in the video, it showed using tortilla chips too, but it wanted you to mix the Fritos in there when you're ready to serve so they don't get soggy. But I never put them in there. I just, we just used tortilla chips and scooped them up. Scooped them up. It is really good. Scoop them up. I just used tortilla chips. I never mixed in the Fritos. Now, if you, I don't know if you are, but if you have not seen I have a group. It's called Facebook Cooks. Spell out Facebook and then Cooks, Cooks. It has a whole lot of recipes in there. Okay? You can look up a lot of different recipes. You can look through there and see what kind of recipes you want. There's a lot of chicken recipes, ground beef. You know, the dip one is in there. Just a whole bunch. And that's if you want different ideas on what kind of recipes to make. And you can also post your own recipes. Like if you have a recipe that you've made up and you want to write it down and then take a picture of it and post it there, or just type it in as a post. Or if you find a recipe on Facebook that you want to share to the group, go right ahead. That's what it's there for. So you can share it and have it like you're saving it. All I ask, you don't have to, but I ask if you take a picture of what the outcome of your meal looks like take a picture of the pan with the meal, or if you made the food in different pans, like, you made mashed potatoes in a pan and then you cooked something else in another, you use more than one pan, you can put it on a plate, plate it up and then just take a picture of your plate with all the food on there. And just like when I find the recipe in Facebook Cooks, I comment dinner tonight. So people will know that's what I'm having for dinner tonight. And also making that comment bumps the recipe back up to the top so you can find it when you're ready to make it. Okay, like this recipe, it should be right at the top of Facebook Cooks. It might be the second recipe because I posted something else today, I think. But then after I'm done and I take a picture, I reply to my own comment of dinner tonight. I reply and post the picture that I took of the food I made. And like I said, if it's a couple of different foods made in different places, then I just put it on a plate and I take a picture of it. Though I plate it anyways to show it to you guys and take a taste of it. So I take a picture of my plate anyways. But if it's a one pan thing, I take a picture of the food in the pan as well. But yeah. So yeah. But if you don't want to take a picture of your food and post it in the comments, under your reply for dinner tonight. I mean, you don't even have to type dinner tonight. It just bumps it back up to the top and saves you from having to search for it again later on. It's called Facebook Cooks. I will put it in the comments so you can see it. Facebook Cooks. Okay, there you go. So that's it. You'll see it's me, and two other ladies that are the admins. Okay? And I usually suggest it because it helps people who like to cook or have to cook dinner for their kids, especially if you have kids. When my kids were growing up, I went and stuck chicken, pork chop, steak, whatever, in the oven, baked it, cooked a side dish from the store in a box, and then made a vegetable out of can, heated it up, or made a frozen vegetable, heated it in the microwave. Now that's all I did. And my kids did say before, you're welcome. My kids did say before that got boring. So when we moved here to Texas, my kids were already teenagers, 13, 14. So for some reason I started looking at recipes and writing them down on paper. Actually, I started writing them on paper at first, and then eventually some years later I don't know. I was talking to one of my friends on Facebook. I don't know them personally, but we were talking about food or something we were talking about, and then one of us came up with the idea of the group. So I just put the group together, came up with the name, and then added her as admin, and so we've both been running it. And then one of my other best friends that I know personally from where I used to live, I added her as a third admin. A while after, but that was it. But yeah, we've grown to several hundred. I mean, we got a lot of people. So it just helps if you like to cook a lot or you have to cook a lot for your kids. So, they don't always think, oh, it's just boring baking something and making a side, something more interesting, So I try to post if I see a recipe, beef, chicken, crock pots. Even if it's something I may not like, I post it because somebody else may like it. So, and if I see a recipe in my memories that I've made, that I posted like 2018 or 2017, I may share it to the group because that's before I made the group and I want to be able to find it. So, but I'll check the link to make sure it's still working before I repost it. But so there's about a minute and a half left, and then I'm gonna pull out the casserole and see if it's done. Like I said, in the video it said 20 minutes. But and it said 320 degrees. 320 degrees. So that normally recipes are not 320. It's just weird. But I did preheat it to 320, but I upped it to 350. So I figured if I upped it to 350, maybe I should bring it down to 15 minutes. But if I need the extra 5 minutes, I'll do it. And the only other thing I changed, instead of the tablespoon of salt, and it just said put some pepper on there and then some paprika. Paprika has a kick, so guys, don't put a whole lot if you don't want that kick. What I did was I moved the potatoes to the casserole dish, which I sprayed first just in case. But I put the seasonings on there and then I mixed up the potatoes in the casserole dish and then I spread them out again. Because I just kept thinking if I mixed them, like it said, put the seasonings on there and then mix them up until you get it all mixed up. But I kept thinking, won't they get mixed up into the oil and, take off most of the seasonings off the potatoes and get into the oil? That's what I thought. So that's why I put them on the potatoes after I put them in the casserole dish. And they wanted the peppers and the onions to mix it with the ground beef after it was done. But right when it was done, season it, stir it up, and then put the onions and the bell peppers. But before I put the onions and bell peppers, I seasoned it before it was almost done. It was about half to 3/4 done, and I seasoned it. You can season it right when you put the meat in there. That's okay too. You don't have to wait till it's all the way done like the video says. But then when it was about half to 3/4 done is when I put the onions and bell peppers. I didn't want to put it in when it was completely done because I didn't want to continue cooking the ground beef while the onions and bell peppers got soft and, dry out the ground beef. I didn't want to. So, yeah. Now, it is melted, but it wanted it was getting hot. And I was like, this pan was on there over here. But it wanted it to get browned. So what I'm going to do is instead of waiting the 5 minutes, I'm going to put it back in there. I'm going to put it on broil because I don't know how many minutes more it would take to get brown. So I'm just going to put it on broil and put it on there for like 2 minutes. Then it'll brown the top of the cheese and then we'll be good to go. Okay? Yeah, see, that stuff was burning my hand.
I swept the porch off earlier.
Huh?
I swept the porch off earlier.
Oh, that's why it was over there. Okay.
Yeah. It was getting on my nerves. Dirt kept getting into my Crocs.
Huh?
Dirt kept getting into my shoes, so I just swept it off.
Did you tap the broom? You didn't need the dustpan?
I just swept it under.
Sometimes it's so much it doesn't want to go under there. Well, that's a lot if it's leaves and stuff.
I just swept it under different parts
And
of
you
the
swept
porch.
the leaves that were in the back too? Okay. That, I don't know how that got there. That was there before Brownie did it. Okay. My son just talking about sweeping the porch. He did. Because my dog went out there earlier and she was going like this with the dirt that's right on the edge under the fencing area. Because we live in an apartment, but, we have the balcony porch, whatever you want to call it. And the little, wooden fencing that comes around the porch. It's not all the way to the ground, so she can stick her nose under there, or she can do like this with the dirt. And she was acting all crazy and running back and forth and then doing like this to the dirt. I eventually opened the door and she went in and she thought I was coming in. That's probably why she ran in, because as soon as I shut the door and didn't come in, she wanted to come back out, but I wouldn't let her back out because no, she wasn't doing that. She wasn't acting crazy. Now, she was just running back and forth and in circles and getting energy out, but she wasn't messing with the dirt, and that would have been okay. But she was messing with the dirt, making a mess of the porch. So, no, that wasn't happening. So, I made her stay in. Hi, Matt Bankvick. I still not sure how to say your last name, but I'll just say Matt. But thank you for coming on. Tonight is called meat over potatoes, because you take 3 or 4 potatoes. Mine were real big potatoes. I did 3 and then I did a 4th one because it didn't look like enough. I still think you could have used the 5th one. But anyways, cut them in, peel them, wash them. I washed them after I peeled it because I'm peeling it. Peels are going in the trash. But, if I wasn't peeling it, then I'd wash it with the peel on. But once I did that, I cut the ends off. You know how the ends are rounded? So I cut them off to make them flat. And then I cut them into slices, not real thick slices. You don't want them paper thin, but you don't want them super thick either, okay? And then while you're doing that, heat up some oil. It didn't say how much oil. I poured Well, I took the rest of my oil that was in that. See, I still have some olive oil, but I didn't think that was good for frying, so I used the other oil I had. I had canola oil, so I gotta buy some more of that because I use that for other things sometimes. I put enough in there that would be enough to fit all the potatoes in there and be covered, you know. And it says on medium, put it on medium and cook it on medium. But I ended up putting it on 6, which is, because mine are numbered, but which is just a tad bit above medium. And then it still wasn't doing it good enough, so I went up to 7. But eventually, I went back down to 6 and then down to medium. But you want them to cook until they're nice and brown. Some of them were getting kind of soft and mushy instead of brown, but some of them did brown. So when you're done browning them, they want you to season them. But I was afraid if I mixed up the seasoning, it would get all in the oil instead of on the potatoes. So what I did was I put the potatoes in the casserole dish and then I seasoned them, which was a tablespoon of salt and then some black pepper to your liking and then some paprika. Now, when I put the potatoes in there to lay them in there and to take them out to drain the oil, I used this. I scooped out potatoes and I just went like this to drain the oil. Then I dumped it in the casserole dish and kept going. So, and then while that, you could use another pan to cook your ground beef. It says 1.5 pounds, but I used 2 pounds and it still looked like it could have used a little more. So 2 pounds and then, just cook that when it's about halfway cooked to 3/4 of the way. You can season it and put the 1 onion and 1 pepper. Now it said half red, half green, but I don't like green. So you can do 1 whole red or a little bit of orange, yellow, whatever. I just had a bunch in the freezer that already cut up, diced up. So same with the onion. But if you want to season it, when you first put the ground beef in there, you can do that as well, whenever you want. Okay? So once again, 1 tablespoon of salt, pepper, and paprika. Or you can season it with other seasonings to your liking. I'm not going to say we have to stick to what they do. Okay? Okay. Ooh. Guys, I really think I screwed up. All right, Facebook, you'll be the first.
Jeez. What'd you do? Jesus Christ, Mom.
Don't say Jesus. Let's see. I was talking to you, and I lost track of time, and I
You
had
left it in there on broil for that
and
long?
It burnt it. It burnt it.
Take the cheese off.
And
Jeez.
I burnt it because I lost track of the time and I overdid it and I had it on broil. I should have just put it on 350 back in there.
You gotta have to take the cheese off.
And then you're going to put some more cheese
on.
Okay, so to fix this, what happened was, instead of waiting for the cheese to brown, it was already melted. So what I did was, I could have just put it back in there and waited maybe 5 more minutes to see if it browned.
You're gonna lose a little bit of ground beef.
Okay, so instead of doing that, I said I'll turn it on broil. I'll just let it cook for a minute or 2. And then I'll take it out. But I was talking and I lost track of time.
Bring the trash can over here.
Okay, let me just. Sorry, guys. I was just mopping where my dog drinks water. And it comes out everywhere. Let me take this. Sorry, guys. I'm going to take the lid off my trash can. My son wants to. My son is going to dump the cheese in the trash can, and I'm just going to put some more cheese on there and But I'm not going to put it in for like the 15 or 20 minutes. I'm just going to put it in until the cheese is melted. I apologize, guys. My mistake, I just wasn't paying attention. You want me to do it?
No,
Put the oven back on. I turned it off. 350. We will lose some ground beef because it's stuck to the cheese, so. That's not gonna work, I can't. Just forget it. I was trying to help them. Sorry, guys. Everybody makes mistakes, and I made a mistake. Okay? I made a mistake. You still on, Monica or Matt? And it's so hot, the cheese might start to melt when we put it on there. So, we'll see. We will see, everybody will see my mistake who watches later on. So he's trying to get it all off. Go ahead. Break it up a little bit because it's some of it's stuck. I just spread it around.
Yeah.
Is that enough? Let's see. Is that good? Just put it in for a few minutes. It shouldn't take long to melt because we don't really need to.
What'd you cut on here?
Potatoes.
Oh,
Yeah, you didn't want to put the spoon on raw chicken. No, I understand.
set a timer this time?
No. I'm just watch it.
What you were doing last time?
Can you put that in there? Well, this is on 350. It's not on.
I was in my room for like 10 minutes almost. You had it in there on broil for like 10 minutes.
No, I wasn't in there 10 minutes. Sorry, guys. So it's going in there for a few more minutes.
Look at this shit, Thomas.
I guess we all make mistakes. I apologize. So, my bad, people. Bring this back over here. So, While I wait for that, let me see, what time is it? 7:40, 7:50, somewhere around there. I will still talk to you guys because I want y'all to see what it looks like at the end. Y'all saw what it looked like burnt. Unless somebody watches the video, I'm not I didn't take a picture of that. I'm not gonna post a picture of that. Unless somebody comes back and watches the replay, they're not gonna see the video. No, because I take a picture of almost everything, but I don't take a picture of that. I just wanted to show y'all since you guys are already on. No shame in my game. I will tell you guys when I make a mistake. Okay? That's how everybody learns. So, here's the thing. 15 minutes will definitely melt the cheese if you have it on 350 instead of 320. Okay? It will definitely melt the cheese. Okay, and if you want it just like that, so be it. But if you want the cheese browned, you have two choices. You can put it back on the 350 and just let it go until it's browned, or you can put it on broil. Now, when you do put it on broil, just put it on for about 1 or 2 minutes and watch it. Do not get distracted like I did. Okay? Alrighty? So, with that said, I am just going to wash a few dishes while I'm waiting. Okay, let the water get hot. I can get some stuff out the way, Sorry, Facebook, it said trying to reconnect. It hasn't said that in a long time. I didn't even realize it stopped saying that until I just saw it say that again. So, you know how it is, people. You want to get some dishes out the way. So I'm going to give it about 5 minutes, and I'll check it. It might take 10 minutes. I don't know, but I'm going to give it 5 minutes. And then check it. So 5 minutes. 5 minutes. And then that way, some of these dishes will be dried after dinner or later this evening. Because after dinner, we sometimes sit before we for like another hour or so. But some of these dishes will be done. Dried. And that way I can remove them before I do another, which there won't be many afterwards. Mostly all there'll probably be is like our plates and forks or spoons, and then the casserole dish, and then the pan with the oil in it. The other pan I cook the ground beef in, I may clean it right now, or I may not. If I don't, then that pan will be too. But if I do, then that pan won't be. So, but yeah,
Come on.
everybody will see my mistake. It's okay.
Come here. Girl, if you don't move.
I don't think what time is it? Yeah, I was about to check. It's just been about 5 minutes, that's it.
Looks fine to me. What do you think?
Just about another minute
All right.
or so. Just about another minute or two.
So you do want it a tiny bit brown.
Huh?
A tiny bit brown.
You want it a tiny bit brown?
I don't care. What do you?
Not now. I'm not going to worry about it now.
All right.
The first time probably, yeah, but the second time I'm not going to worry about it because we already waited long enough.
All right.
So guys, here, give me that mat.
Oh.
I'll put that right here. There's only 2 potatoes in there, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, it sounds like that, guys. It's like a plastic cutting board. It kind of. See, it's kind of rubbery, folded.
We're going to
Yeah,
grab
so
it.
wash this pan and that's it. Then I'm done. Okay, guys, that's the last of the dishes. The other pan, I gotta give it time to cool down. The oil, so we can pour it in a bag and.
All right. Dry your hands.
Oh. Go ahead, take it out. Well, you're gonna put it over there anyway.
I know. I just don't like the handle sticking out. You can hit it when you're walking by.
That's why I turn it
The
around.
pan's gonna go right there.
Oh well.
That looks good to you?
It's fine.
All right.
With that white cheese on top of the ground beef, it almost reminds me like a steak and cheese. You know? Hold on, let me take a picture.
I'm just getting the bowls out.
I gotta get a picture of it, guys.
You want it on your
Gotta
phone?
get a good picture. Oh, turn it
Why'd you put your hand there?
sideways. Okay, guys, hold on. I don't know why it's not.
What? What are you trying to do? What's wrong? Oh, you want to crop it?
Oops. All right, I think. That's good now. It don't have to be perfect.
There.
Done. I don't know why it's not turning around.
Well, why'd you go to your camera?
Oh, there it goes. Okay.
That looks good. You want your computer
Okay,
to show
guys.
them?
You want to see? Now we put new cheese on top.
Oh.
Can y'all see? Okay. We put new cheese on there after we pulled off the top layer of cheese. Okay? So, I'm going to put it in a bowl and I'm going to taste it and show y'all and tell y'all what it tastes like. Okay? And then I'll be done. But as soon as he's done. Okay? I'm going to taste it for you guys. I know it's not too thick. It's not.
Oh, I know. Hot. That's good.
You sure?
Yeah, it's good. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, guys. No leftovers. Okay. So, let me scoot this over. Okay, guys. So, here we go. This is what it looked like in the bowl. I'm going to take a picture as well because everybody saw the top of it, but you didn't get to see the bottom potatoes and stuff, you know. Okay. All right. So, all right, let's taste it, guys. Trying to break it apart. Now let me get a piece of potato. It's hot. See? Oops, I dropped the potato. All right, here we go. That's good. It's not, I will tell you the truth. It is not like over the top. Oh my God, that is so good. Like some of my other meals have been. But it's good. I mean, would I make it again? Yes, I might. It won't be as often as some of the other meals that are my favorites, you know? But yes, I would make it again. But not as often as some of the other stuff. But it is good. I do recommend it. Okay. All right. Oh, I did that. Let me see if I can get some hearts on here. Yay, got hearts. All right, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video and go sit down and eat. Who just came on here? There's a second watcher. Oh, have you been on here, Shannon? I'm sorry, I didn't realize you had come on here. Thank you for the stars, Shannon. I appreciate it. Thank you for the stars. Are you still on here, Shannon? I didn't realize it. But I will be, as long as, because sometimes I forget and I don't do it till the next morning. But I'm going to definitely try and remember to post the pictures tonight of the food. All right? But I'm going to go ahead and get off here and I'm going to end this live the way I end all lives. I will be on here tomorrow, 1:30 p.m. Central. It will be on my other page, Elizabeth's Life. Elizabeth's apostrophe S, Life, Life, okay? I'll be on that page, so I'll be on my secondary page, okay? 1:30 p.m. Central, okay? Just that page. Usually when I come on Elizabeth Gibbs, I'm on Instagram, AngelBabyGirl77. That's when I do my afternoon live. When I do my cooking live, it's just Elizabeth Gibbs and YouTube, because YouTube is my cooking page. Instagram is not. I'll sometimes post a picture or something related to my cooking, but I don't go live on there for it. Unless it's an afternoon live and I'm already on Elizabeth Gibbs, I'll be on Instagram. So if I'm doing a dessert or something, because sometimes I'll make desserts in the afternoon during my regular afternoon live. So, but I'll let you know if that ever comes about. But anyways, I want to appreciate each and every one of you who came on here to say hi, to watch me. Matt, Monica, Shannon. And I appreciate everyone who will come on later or tomorrow or whenever to watch the replay. I appreciate it. Stay positive. I love you guys. And thank you for the stars, definitely, Shannon. I appreciate it. I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow during my live if y'all come on. All right? I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good evening and have a good night. Bye, Facebook. Bye, YouTube.